back, my fine crafty friends. I got the tags done. So let me just give you a little peek. I'm not going to show them all to you because, and I tea dyed some of the backs of these so I wasn't adding more paper bulk to it. I did find an easier way to create these tag tabs. Say that 20 times without doing the whoop-de-whoop with the scissors. I'll show you really quick what I did. Let me grab, here, let's grab this piece here. I just folded it over, and then I have, hold on, try not to shake you. I have this little punch, itty bitty one. I don't know what the measurements are. My punches don't always say what the measurements are, but I just put the corner in here, snip, and voila. Why didn't I think of that before? Anyhow, I've got those done, and then I made some like this to go in the top tucks, and for the tab, I have these doily pieces, which are really sweet because then they stick out the top. So we'll go through all of that in the final flip through. I'll just show you one more. Remember the front of the greeting card that I used? So this is the greeting card. I did back that with some coffee dyed grid paper and then topped it with this lace embellishment, and that also sticks out of the journal, so that way I don't have to bulk up the journal with putting trims on the edges. I'm adding that softness to the journal with my tabs. Here's another couple. I love these. You know how I love these. And then for tabs, I just use my big circle punch. So fun. All right, what we're going to do today, before we hop into decorating the journal, I thought I better just slow myself down here. I went ahead and put washi tape around the edges of the book because next we are going to paint the cover. You don't have to paint the cover. You can decorate the cover however you want. And I caution you, there is going to be dog barking. My husband just recently came home. You can embellish it with fabric. You can put ephemera on the front of it. There's so many things that you can do. I just thought that I'd show you a different option. I pulled out some of my craft paints, and this particular brand, I have a whole box of these. They're all pastel colors and they're beautiful. I like using these in my jelly printing, and I actually planned to use these in Bible journaling, but I really like these colors. So I pulled out a pink and a pale pink. I'm gonna try something different here. I'm gonna lay down pink first, which is a brighter, slightly more purple tint to it. Maybe more bubblegumish, but not quite that bright. And then I'll do the pale pink, which is almost a blush, but not quite. All right, enough chitty chatting. I am just going to, I brought out a yogurt cup. I saved these for paints, but I'm just going to go like this. And I like to start at the spine. I'll be covering that eventually, but I didn't want any of the black sticking out. Oh my goodness, here they go. It's a big deal when Dad comes home. Big deal. And don't worry on your first coat about getting it really thick. You don't want a whole lot of moisture on your book cover all in one shot. The key is just to get a nice even coat on here. It's It's been a little while since I've painted a book cover. Come on. We are still having beautiful 80-degree days. It was funny for work. The company I work for now has people all over the US. So I was in a Zoom meeting with someone from, let me think here, someone from New Hampshire, New York, state of, not city, and somebody from Utah. So they were really interested in finding out if it was already getting cold here in Wisconsin. And nope, we're enjoying 80-degree days and short sleeves yet. And loving every minute of it. Oops, I got a little blob on there. Be careful along your edges that you're not out of the gate here getting too crazy. You'll see later what we do with the, I can't talk and paint apparently at the same time, with the edges. And be careful, like I've got my tags already in here and I was too lazy to take them out. So you want to be careful that you don't get paint on your embellishments that you've created for your journal. Apparently we're also going to hear my husband's phone conversation outside. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I've never seen a man who loves to talk on the phone as much as he does. Got to keep in touch with his buddies. It's getting close to bow hunting season, so they're all strategizing. Oh my gosh, my husband showed me a video. They put trail cameras out and stuff so they can see. I mean, God forbid they not know what's moving around on the property. So they caught on video, though, what was it? 5 bobcats all walking together. And I thought it was really interesting that they were all together, because normally I thought that they were more of a solitary animal, but maybe it was a mother and her young kits or something. Do they call them kits for bobcats? I don't know. Whatever. Okay, I'm just going to catch what I can lightly here of the edges. Making sure I'm not getting my tags. Okay, now I'm going to set this aside to dry. I like to let it air dry rather than, look what I just did, I stuck my finger in it. Lisa. Okay, let me set this aside. All right. So next what we're gonna do, While that is drying, as I thought that we would work on the sack that will go into the back of the book. Now this isn't anything earth-shattering, but just kind of fun. I went back and forth last night on what exactly I wanted to do with this. And instead of adding, at first I was going to layer this and add a bunch of things to it, but I decided against it because my book is already getting chubby and I haven't even started embellishing pages. So I'm going to just keep this fairly simple. And I'm trying to see now, here we go, this little thing. That's too small though, isn't it? Let's see if I've got anything in the ephemera bin to just jazz up those corners. No, that just wasn't quite right. And I might not have anything in here. Not loving it. I guess I know what I have in my mind. I might as well just do it if I can find it. I wanted to use some of these sprigs of holly. Get my fussy cutting scissors out. Part of me with those bobcats, I would love to see them in the wild. I mean, I've only seen them at zoos. Wouldn't it be cool to see them out in the wild? But to have 5 of them together just blew me away. Oh yeah, I like that. Just adds the right amount of pizzazz. And this again is that kit from my Porch Prints. Ephemera bits. I don't remember what the kit itself is called, but I'm sure if she doesn't have this exact one, because I got this last year, that I'm sure she has something else. She always has so many cool digis. Maybe I want, this one's a little bigger than the other one. Maybe I want the, come on, big one on top. Maybe like that. And the smaller one like that. Bingo. Okay. So I'll do that. Oh shoot, my sewing machine is still buried here. All that I did is I took a piece of cardstock, and this measures, because my bag, I'll give you that measurement, is 5.5 wide by, I'm going to measure up to the tip of it. Of course, the opening is down farther, but that is a little over 7.5 high. So the cardstock is not quite 9.5. I just eyeballed it so I knew it would fit in there. And then it is about 7 high. So would I? No, I lied. 6.5 high. Looking at it from an angle. So I did that. Whoops. And then I cut some pieces of paper. And the way that I determined how many pieces of paper I wanted inside is I thought of the number of people or groups that I was going to gift buy for, and then I figured one side for each person or group. Depends on how you do your holiday gift giving. So I just considered each side and then figured out how many sheets I needed. For myself, I only needed 3 sheets. I initially cut these to the same size as the cardstock cover, but then in order for it to fit neatly inside, I cut off about a 1/16 of an inch. And then I also rounded those corners. So what I meant to do, I'm so sorry you guys, what I meant to do before getting on camera here is to sew down the middle. And all that I do is I just run a straight stitch right down the middle, not rocket science to it. Now this piece, remember that Christmas greeting card that I showed you I used as a tag in the journal? This was the sentiment inside of the card, and I loved what it said. It says, "Let us keep Christmas the old-fashioned way with love in our hearts on this wonderful day." So I'm just going to back this sentiment with some more, a little piece of cardstock I inked around the edges. That's going to be like a cover embellishment. And then I took a little piece of lace, and I'm going to use that as a backing and my ho 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 sentiment down here. I just thought that'd be cute. So let's glue these on here first. And center this on the cardstock. And then I'm going to glue it onto the book cover. Okay. I'm going to put the pin in my glue before I forget. So easy to forget that sometimes when you just are crack-lacking on doing your makes, isn't it? Okay, because I'm using fabric, I'm sure that our glitter glue would probably hold this, but I'm not going to chance it. So I am going to, come on. It's getting old like me, it's a little slow. And put my ho 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 on. Okay. I think this is the earliest I've ever started, maybe. It feels like it is the earliest I've ever started working on my Christmas journals. So I'll set that aside a second and let's get these guys glued down. And I'm just debating now, since this is a glassine bag, I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. You know what though? My experience is sometimes that Aleene's glue is a little better on stuff like this. I'm going to grab it. Ooh. Maybe I'm not going to use it. Holy cow. There. I I feel like I've had this bottle of glue forever. Look at how big it is. And it just doesn't get used up. I'm kind of tired of looking at it. Oops, I almost put hot cocoa on upside down. You know what? I am going to use the art glitter glue this time because in these little points here, I just want to get this on here really good. And it seems to be holding okay. It's been a little while since I've put anything on a glassine bag. I probably have used our glitter glue on it before and it was absolutely fine. Oops, come on. There's that little buddy. Now I see a corner that I didn't quite get the E-leans out to. And my other corner's good. So now, let me get this put Aileen back where she belongs. I'm gonna have to remember to sew that. Then that is that piece. Now, because we are waiting for the book to dry, the cover to dry, I'm gonna call this a video for today. When we come back, I am just going to be sure that the cover is painted, and then we can put the rest of the embellishments on the cover at the end. I like saving that for last. But we'll move ahead and embellish some of the pages until it just gets chubbier than I can bear. And I thank you so much for joining me. Welcome so much. Such a strong welcome to our new subscribers. We are growing every day, you guys. So if you like what you see, it really helps my channel out. If you click like, and certainly if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, that would be great as well. And I hope that you have a great day.